If you would have told me 2, 3 months ago that we're going to have a disease that's going to come and it's going to stop the way we see life as normal, there is no way I would have thought that that would have been true. But as fragile, as quickly as life changed, that's what our current present is. That's what's happening right now. We are in a time where we have a disease that there's no cure, that people are getting sick, dying, and we're considering opening up mass graves. We have 30 million people that are without a job, that are applying for unemployment. Life as we know it is not the same. You can't go to a restaurant. People are having birthdays online. You're counted when you go into a grocery store because they want to make sure that it's under a certain count. Everything that we considered normal, that we considered everyday life, is gone. And when this is all over, I don't even know how close to that we're going to get. But for all those things that we can control, we're going to be impacted by this financially. The economy's down. People are without work. It's going to be very difficult this summer for a lot of people. But one thing we can do is we can focus on things that we can control, things that directly impact us, so that way we can make it and get ahead. So now's the time to do that. So today I want to talk about ways that we can financially outlast the coronavirus. It made no sense to me why people were going out buying as much as they were. 2 weeks in, it's making a lot more sense. And what I mean by that is if you're at home with your family for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, what you're going to need food, you're going to need water, you're going to need toilet paper, paper towels, medical supplies, medicine, and your cleaning utensils. These things are what I would consider an essential goods, things that you're going to use. You got to have your hands on them because you want to make sure that at the end of the day you're protected, that your family has food and water, that you have what you need to make sure you outlast this virus. You don't want to go without. And with the way technology is and what we have as far as apps, shipped, you have order pickup, you can get your hands on goods. It's just a matter of time when they're going to be in supply of those goods. People who are without income, who have been furloughed, who have been laid off from work, we have to do things differently now. Now we have to start focusing on our expenses, what's coming out the account. What I mean by that is we need to focus on things that, such as any subscriptions, anything that's auto pay, anything that's not an essential need. Sometimes we may have to go without for a certain time frame just to make sure that the finances are where they're supposed to be at. When things become more normal, now we can go back to life as it once was. But for the time being, you may have to go without. And on the other hand, for those who are still working, now it's time to be that stellar employee. Now it's time to come make sure that you're coming to work on time. Make sure that if you need to stay late, you stay late. You putting in that extra work so that way you're not giving your employer a reason for you to be a part of the downsizing. You want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best possible spot to keep your job. Control what you can. For the people who are currently at home quarantine, now it's time to actually reinvest in yourself. And what I mean by that is you got to change what you've been doing in life. Now it's time to do something different. If you want to get back into just say reading books, well, now's the time to get back into reading books. If you want to become handy around the house, learn to do things yourself, now's the time to do it. What I like to do actually is, and recommend for you, is to sit down, clear your mind, realign yourself. Focus on what's next, what you want to accomplish, and how you need to get there. Things that haven't worked, what you need to do to tweak those things, so that way you're propelling yourself into the future. When life becomes back normal, you don't want to be in the same spot. You want to do things that are going to help you get to your goal. Maybe you thought about starting a business. Well, now you have time to think about what your plan is, how you're going to get there. Maybe you have a business now and it's not going the way you want to. Well, now you have a little time to sit back, go through your results, see what you're doing, what you need to change, and help you get to your goal. With YouTube, books, and how everything is out there nowadays, you have time to do the research to figure out what your strategy needs to be to help you get to that goal. If you made it to this part of the video, I want to say thank you for making it this far. I know a lot of people have been affected differently when it comes to the coronavirus, but I want to make sure that you know that at the end of the day, we're going to get through it. It just depends on how we get through it. Whether we staying where we are, want to do some things differently, we're going to get through it. Just put yourself in the best possible spot to get to the best possible situation, if that makes sense. My thoughts and prayers are with you, no matter how you've been affected. And thanks again.